Howdy, howdy. This is Blue Otter, and today we are looking at Hotel Architect. 1.0 is just around the corner. This game is going to be coming out of early access. So you'll notice the first thing is that this is a brand new title screen. We have a couple things with the campaign. More on that in a bit. We also have the custom game. This is the latest part that has shown up. And this is where you can create one of your own maps. And that will allow you to kind of pick and choose what exactly you want. So we have, you can do forest, which is, this is temperate. You can do desert, where you can have hot, think like Las Vegas. And snowland, think like St. Anton, where you're going to be dealing with the cold. You also have buildable space. You have tiny, small, medium, large, and huge. We're going to go for huge. And then it says increase the number of buildable tiles will make the game more demanding. High values may cause performance issues depending on your hardware. So if you go for huge, you get approximately 10,000. So it's basically how many squares you're going to have. So whether you want to have a small, a really tiny, a small, a medium, a large, or huge. And then you can also go all the way around from there. So this will be, 100 is each floor. And then you have a max floor of 100. Or you can go all the way down to a max of 4 floors with having them be 2,500. Let's just go ahead and go for it. The next thing is that you're going to have is you have noticed this where you have casual, where you have ghost enables custom characters. Seller management is turned off. So I'm guessing your staff possibly either work for free or they just don't care. Staff aging is turned off. You start with $500,000. You have number of different things that you can adjust here. And then you also have income multipliers. So you can theoretically have like all of this all the way up. That's going to help boost your profits if you're wanting a really casual. But if you have done this, you are going to move over to custom. So cost multipliers, you can also, likewise, you can turn everything down so it doesn't cost you as much. And then you can also have the custom characters as well. You can have sandbox tools, so access special commands for more freedom and creativity, such as infinite money and instant construction. So with the custom, if you go here, the lowest you can have is 10,000. And the highest you can have, I went through and filled all this up. See, I've got more numbers. And the most you can have is 1 million. So you're either going to start with as little as 10,000 or as much as $1 million. So here we're going to call this the Otter Sand Hotel. Just to kind of look and see what all this is going to look like. I always pause to start. You can see it's really a small area, but if I go through, because we're starting with $1 million, I can, if we expanding out, the ground is missed. So here is the roof level. We're going to go all the way back down. So that would be really interesting to do. And I do plan on having something that's going to be really crazy with stuff. Let's go back in. Now it goes back to level 1. Okay. Likewise, let's go back to the main menu. We're going to create new. Let's try with a desert. Let's go. We're going to still go with the huge. Let's look at, let's do, yeah, let's do huge. Let's do, look at about like this. So about middle of the range. We're gonna do same thing. We'll just, there. And we're gonna do sandbox mode and the Otter Sand Hotel. Do. I probably should have changed the other one to the Otter Forest Hotel. So there is what we have, and then this is, of course, how tall you can make it. And then we're going to go to here. We'll look at snow. Huge. Let's look at the largest size that you're going to be able to do for next. The Winter Otter Hotel. Okay. So we're going to, I'm just going to keep everything for custom here. We're just starting with $1 million. So let's go ahead and start that. And so here is all of the buildable hotel space. You can see how big this is in comparison to the trucks. And so we would be able to use all of this, which will be fantastic because we would be able to then go in and I could build like my cabins and have maybe not some ski lifts. Actually, that would be a really cool idea for some different stuff. Ooh, they put the pillars here. Okay, that kind of clears out this area a little bit. Arts and decoration. Carpets and curtains. Food and refreshments. Of course, I have to have all that. One thing I would like to be able to see, I believe that is something that comes in with the London. That's a little spoiler. Since it has been brought out, fans have been requesting a sandbox and the devs finally delivered. I would like to thank Vibersol for allowing me the use of this clip. As you can see, this does slow down the game quite a bit depending on your machine. This 400 plus room hotel did slow down the frame rate down to about 30 frames per second. So you're going to have to deal with a little bit of lag. This is something to keep in mind as you build for larger and larger hotels, is it is going to affect your machine's capability, especially if you are on the lower performing end of computers. This is again, this is a massive hotel with a fairly large team of servers and chefs working back in the kitchen tirelessly as they are preparing meals for guests and serving those meals to new single one-top tables. And the bar utilizes 13 bartenders. You can see the gym there in the back with a ton of yoga mats and treadmills. And that does sport the 4 square backpacker rooms as well. But that is the custom. I love this page right here. With the create character is the same thing. And of course, all my characters are still in here. Add-ons, you can easily just go here to turn things on and off. I particularly like the Chinese New Year pack because I love these circular windows. Settings have not changed. Now, one thing that's really cool, and I don't know if I have it just because I have a experimental branch or if I was supposed to have this, but London, and the Black Forest. So with London, we have the bar counter set, a bar shelf set, a guard booth, and a globe, and you get a diploma at the end. And this unlocks free play. Bonus objectives, we have fish and chips, a bar drink, wallpaper, it looks like 2 wallpapers, a floor lamp, wall clock, phone booth, miniature paintings, a blackboard, panel, bar table, a service booth, that's a TARDIS, a Royal Guard outfit, crown, Sherlock outfit, lion outfit, Queen Elizabeth painting, a reception desk, Big Ben miniature, and crown jewels. And then for Black Forest is temperate, what was London. London was also temperate, so don't have to deal with any of the temperature stuff. This one we get a statue. I'm kind of curious what the story is going to be, because we have defeat Lord Carther, Brothers Grimm reach 90%. We have a little statue, cuckoo clock, and a boar trophy. We have Black Forest ham, a Schwarzwald cake cabinet, armchair, candelabra, windows, a beehive, bed table, wardrobe, grandfather clock, bird bath, dining table, bookshelf door, night outfit, 2 night outfits, a hat, a grouse outfit, a fountain, medieval shield, a bed, and a fireplace. This looks like you're going to get 4 different types of shields. I love the 4-poster bed. Looks like we're going to be able to do like hidden doorways. That'll be cool. Especially as the Black Forest does appear to be where they're focusing on having stuff outdoors. There's a maze, stuff like that. Really cool. I'm going to be doing the new scenario for London starting this Thursday, following with Black Forest in Germany. We're going to be streaming and going back and doing the scenarios for Gothenburg, Santorini, Paris, St. Anton, New York, Las Vegas, and we will get to London and Black Forest. So if you're wanting to watch those, subscribe. Hotel Architect will be on sale for the first 2 weeks of 1.0 access for 23% off. Link will be in the description. Thank you for watching. Have an utterly fantastic day, and see you next time.